Hello, I'm Fred Schneider, and you're tuned in to the Weekly Report, a look at news and insight related to programs and services provided by departments of the City of Kansas City, Missouri. Scott Huizenga has been appointed as the city's budget officer. In this position, Huizenga will review and develop the city's annual budget on behalf of the city manager, and he will monitor the city's income and expenses for its $1.4 billion budget. Before coming to Kansas City, Huizenga previously served as city administrator for East Grand Forks, Minnesota. If you're looking for an activity for your children this summer, consider a summer camp with the city. Many of the city's community centers offer affordable day camps all throughout the summer that include field trips, sports, arts and crafts, and more. For a schedule of summer enrichment camps, visit kcparks.org and click on Recreation, and then click on Spring Summer Camps. The city's Rich Knoll Pacesetter Award Review Board has awarded Heather Gilbride of the City Planning and Development Department with a May Pacesetter Award. This award monthly recognizes city employees who are skilled in communication, customer service, teamwork, and leadership.
Thank you for the award. It is a really great honor. I've worked with the Historic Preservation Office for 13 years, and I've met so many wonderful people, including Ms. Fleshman, that did nominate me for the award. And it really is a labor of love for these citizens to be the custodians of our historic buildings and sites, and it's a very, very important job to have, and I'm just very thankful that it's appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
To learn more or to nominate an employee, visit kcmo.org/pacesetter. Now let's check in with some of our city's departments for information and insight.
Hi, I'm Janet O'Hagan with Kansas City Convention and Entertainment Facilities. June is a busy month at your city facilities with dance recitals, graduations, sporting events, and conventions taking place. The Kansas City Roller Warriors have their next bout on Saturday, June 1st at Municipal Auditorium, so mark your calendars. The undefeated Knockouts will take on the undefeated Black-Eyed Susans in what should be an exciting match. Two other local teams, the Dreadnought Dorothies and the Victory Vixens, will also battle for a win. You can purchase your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Municipal Auditorium box office. Go to kcrollerwarriors.com for more information. The Educational Testing Service will be in town from May 28th to June 16th. This private organization develops and administers millions of achievement tests each year, including the SAT and Advanced Placement Program exams. The Kansas City Convention Center has been privileged to host ETS for the past 5 years and looks forward to hosting them in the years to come. More information is available at ets.org. Skills USA returns to Bartle Hall and the Municipal Auditorium from June 24th to the 28th for their annual Leadership and Skills Conference. This event is the largest educational trade show in the nation, and more than 15,000 participants are expected. The public is invited and the admission is free to attend the Skills USA competition on Thursday, June 27th. Come watch as students compete in nearly 100 diverse fields, from the culinary arts to the carpentry, from robotics to firefighting. Visit skillsusa.org for more information. To learn more about events taking place at Kansas City Convention and Entertainment Facilities, visit kcconvention.com and click on the upcoming events, or call the Convention Center at 816-513-5000.
In 2002, the City of Kansas City took the first step toward becoming bicycle-friendly. Bike KC identified 600 miles of city streets to which future bike facilities could be added.
there are a lot more people who are into biking. They use it for transportation, they use it for health and enjoyment, recreation. We have a lot more bikes on the street, and we have to be aware of their presence and make allowances for them, because obviously in a contest between a bike and a car and a truck, the bike's going to probably lose. So in order to be aware of the bicycles and the bicyclists, we have to start teaching people in the city about their rights and responsibilities regarding bikes.
The city earned a bronze level bicycle-friendly community designation in 2011 with the aim of reaching the platinum level by 2020. To date, the city has installed more than 145 miles of signed bike routes and 17 miles of on-street facilities such as sharrows and bike lanes.
Well, we're integrating bicycles into the transportation mix because it is a transportation mode. We look at all sorts of modes of transportation that's needed right now for various reasons, for the health of our community and the individuals who use it, as well as air quality and other side benefits. But we started our bike route plan with the idea that bicycling is a mode of transportation, and we need to encourage all modes of transportation in our society.
In addition to adding on-street facilities, in 2013, the city is updating the Bike KC plan, working to install more than 100 bicycle racks throughout the city, planning the city's first Cyclovia, a bicycle-friendly festival and street fair, and implementing pedestrian and bicycle safety programming through the Share the Road Safety Task Force.
Bike KC is part of our Green KC initiative, and that's a long-term initiative for the city to build and attract young folks, providing multimodal forms of transportation, whether it be pedestrian, whether it be bicycles, whether it be streetcars, all of the transportation infrastructure that the city needs to attract and thrive with young folks, potential entrepreneurs, or the next generation of residents. So we're trying to build the best city possible for the future.
To learn more about Bike KC, visit kcmo.org/BikeKC.
Kansas City Power and Light recently renovated the Crosstown substation at 18th and Cherry. The location was once the site of the Holmes Square Park, and that has historical significance to the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. You see, that's back when Eleanor Caney kept the bad elements out of the park. She was so good at it, she was offered a job and thus became the first KCPD female officer. And how does all this relate? Sergeant Tony Sanders, president of the Kansas City Police Historical Society, explains.
Back in 1910, Eleanor Caney was her name. She was a playground director for the newly, commissioned playground there at Holmes Square, 18th and Holmes. She did her job so well that 200 to 300 kids every day would come from the surrounding areas to that first city park to go to the bathhouse that was situated there, be involved in activities and recreational games and what have you. Then Miss Caney would basically organize. Along with that, based on the area at the time, you had a lot of factories and factory workers that they tried to use the park for their own activities, and the Parks Board decided that they would ask the police board to commission her as a police officer. One of the significant things that happened with Miss Caney was, in fact, that she was considered, and still is considered, one of the first police women in America, not only in the Kansas City area, but in America, because women weren't even allowed to vote. We are appreciative for the Kansas City Power and Light Company to recognize her and recognize the ground there at 18th and Holmes during their renovation. And we think it'll be a good educational opportunity for all Kansas Cityans and people who travel and visit here.
KCP&L could have simply constructed fencing around all of it, but instead committed considerable resources to connect it to the area's rich cultural heritage and reflect its ties with the area's art community. We spoke with KCP&L's Paul Snyder.
We recognized there was an opportunity to really put some additional investment in this substation wall. It had been there since the 60s, and like many things that were built in the 50s and 60s, it was just in need of some repair. So instead of just putting up the traditional wall, we thought this is a great opportunity to kind of bridge the 18th and Vine community with the Crossroads community and do something that the community would be proud of and really want to come and look at instead of just having a substation right in the middle of town. There's going to be integrated solar panels that are going to power a number of lights that kind of change with different LED lighting on different days of the week. It'll be different. So if you go by on a Monday night, it's going to be one thing. If you go back the next week, it could be something entirely different. There's going to be some permanent art structures there that rotate, but there'll also be opportunities for some short-time viewing of different arts. And we're going to rely on the arts community to tell us what should go in there. We're not just going to pick from down here in Kansas City, Missouri, what should go there. We're going to work with them to see what they would like to see. We have a ribbon cutting for this on the evening of Friday, June 7th. It's kind of one of the first Fridays for the Crossroads District. So the mayor, our CEO, Terry Bassam, will be there and several council members there to cut the ribbon to kind of christen this for the community. We're just really proud. We're anxious to see the community response to this. Like I said, this is one of the first ones that we've done, a kind of a whole-scale facade redesign for a substation. This is going to be one of the marquee ones. We're not going to be able to do this to all of our substations, but we're interested to see what the community reaction is.
While the unveiling is June 7th, the solar-powered LED panels will provide an ongoing enhancement for pedestrians and vehicular traffic.
Celebrate your commitment by locking your love to the Old Red Bridge in Minor Park. The placing of love locks is a popular European tradition whereby a couple affix a padlock bearing their names to a bridge, fence, gate, or similar structure to proclaim their unbreakable and everlasting love.
Hey Kansas City, my name is Ryan Avery and this is Chelsea Avery.
Hello.
We are professional speakers and we're in town because we wanted to come and check out this bridge that we found out on this new website that's called kcparks.org. We checked it out. We like to do all of the different local things in town.
We're from Portland, Oregon.
We are
right
from
now,
Portland,
so
Oregon.
Visiting from the West Coast.
So we decided to add our lock here. We told each other we'd be married for 93 years. So in 93 years, which would be like 2,100, come and check this lock and we'll still be in love. Thank you Kansas City Parks for putting this on. We think it's an amazing tradition and we're excited to continue to come back here and see our lock for many years to come.
Visit the Old Red Bridge on Red Bridge Road, just east of Holmes in South Kansas City anytime to declare your love. The bridge is near the Minor Park Golf Course and spans the Little Blue River. You can also visit lock-its.com to purchase a custom engraved lock with a portion of proceeds supporting KC Parks.
Looking ahead, the Public Improvements Advisory Committee, also called PIAC, is a 13-person committee that collects resident input regarding public improvements and makes recommendations to the mayor and city council. PIAC invites residents to attend its upcoming neighborhood hearings to be held on Thursday, June 6th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Country Club Congregational Church, on Tuesday, June 11th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Maple Woods Community College, and on Thursday, June 13th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Kansas City North Community Center. For a complete listing of PIAC hearings, please visit kcmo.org/PIAC. The city's Office of Emergency Management invites neighborhood groups, families, and residents to participate in Community Emergency Response Training, also known as CERT. CERT classes teach participants to prepare for disasters such as tornadoes or floods. Topics include creating a family disaster plan, assembling an emergency kit, and learning basic survival skills. To register for this class, contact Jennifer Fales at 816-513-8602 or visit kcmo.org/OEM for more information. For more information about this or any of today's stories, please log on to kcmo.org, scroll to the bottom right-hand corner, and click on the Weekly Report for links. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. I'm Fred Schneider. Have a great week.